Every single day.
Come on, Amy, Taylor. Bruce. Hey, Mark. How are you? Oh my gosh. That's what that. Okay, everyone, let's get started. Please find a seat. How are you? Thank you.
Especially for parking.
Welcome, everyone. Let's start our team meeting. Please silence your cell phones. TCPA. Bruce would appreciate it if you don't get us in lawsuits. So, don't call people you shouldn't call. A few friendly reminders: cell phones, be quiet. Fridge, you know about that. Conference rooms and parking. Parking is pretty huge. I keep parking in the Metrobus ones, and they haven't said anything yet.
I know.
All right, Yvonne, on-time drawing. Yvonne, who are you?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Afternoon almost. I'm Yvonne Nelson, Assistant Vice President, Fidelity National. Just in case. Anyway, welcome on-time drawing people. You guys, thank you. I'm looking forward to the picnic Saturday. Who's going? Okay, that's going to be fun. I heard cotton candy and snow cones. I'm there. Nice to see you. It's been a while. So I'm going to pick a winner. I just have some good swag in there. $25 Amazon card. But something I brought up at a different company's office meeting this week. Had a couple of questions about the brochure. Keep in mind that you can get all of our contracts in a 2 year, as long as it's going, through an escrow transaction. A little bit of savings if you need to go 2 years. Sometimes the lenders need to use up extra credits or something like that, or whatever that's called. So you can always get one in 2 years, and it's also available in a 13-month contract. Have a lot of agents. Some agents, brokerages have to do that based on their, insurance. But other agents just do it if the seller is offering, I don't know, up to $550 and the contract's only $500. They'll buy the extra month for $30 or something. So if I can help wiggle anything around or oddball questions, just holler at me.
I want to say something. I was overseas in Lebanon, and my buyer called and they said the AC is out. So I said, wow. And they did, and she took care of it. When I was in Lebanon.
I did?
Yes, I was in
That makes me have high expectations. Anyway, you guys holler if you need me, and I'll see you Saturday.
Thank you, Yvonne. We proudly welcome back. For those who don't know Bonnie, she was with KW
For many years.
for many years.
Bonnie is who ran the school where I got licensed. I sat in front of Bonnie and she taught me how to pass my test. Me too.
Yeah, so some of you got the license back when, Bonnie.
Bonnie taught me at 9.
I'm super excited. I haven't been, so I sound a little. But I am super excited to be back home at KW. I'm excited to be back in part of this program. Excited to be coaching with Amy. It's all good things, and I'm excited to work with all of you.
It's good. So welcome back, Bonnie. We're super excited to have her back. She will be part of our, and she does. Yeah, she's a cat. Welcome, welcome.
Go.
Go. Happy birthday! Happy birthday to you. Cha cha cha. Happy birthday to you. Cha cha cha. Happy birthday, dear Jenny. Cha cha. Happy birthday to you.
All dressed up and ready for the island. I love it.
All right, now we're telling something good.
Yeah! All the time! All the time! Let's not forget that. We function, we live, we're here because he allows things to happen. Breathe. I'm super grateful because it's my good friend's birthday.
Yeah.
And we just want to show her love. We
right.
love her. We'll take your next buyer. We don't want to lift him or not. That's a joke.
You don't know that wing over there is kind of quiet, but there's a lot of love.
Yes, sir. That's the show. Yeah.
Yesterday, you probably didn't see me. I know that didn't really surprise a lot of folks. But anyway, I was telling John earlier, I was with the leading candidate for the president of Liberia yesterday. We had to put a function on for him at the Flooring Square. And John was, we were talking and what have you. He looked him up. He said, "Oh, well, this guy's got a few things." So, but he's possibly to be the next president of Liberia. Of course, that will not happen until 2024. But we were there for the community leaders and what have you to show him what was going on inside. So, anyway, it was very good.
So Steve T hobnobs with the super high level, right? The presidential candidate. So. That's so good.
I got it.
I want to go. You go. You said first. I'm after you.
You clap before I did. I still have to clap.
Please.
So as we know, this market is shifting, and we watched buyers get beat up for a couple of years. I was still able to manage to get some VA buyers in during that time, which has been incredible. Yesterday, we just closed on one of our VA buyers here in Westlake that we met at an open house. Houses work. And I also got a new VA buyer on Thursday. We toured homes on Saturday. We toured 3 homes. I got him in contract on the property, $20,000 less than asking, with a $5,000 credit.
Nice.
And I am just so happy to help my military family and everybody like that. But this market's shifty, so get
Along with that, yes, so with buyers, it is a blessing that they finally get a little bit of breathing room. So I'm a better negotiator than Rich. I was able to have a $200,000 price reduction. I'm not better than he is, but we were able to bring down a significant number because it is a big purchase price. But that's exciting, right, for our buyers? And so we need to encourage them at the same time to say, man, it's a crazy market now, and when have we been able to get that? So it's nuts. And number 2, I don't think David is here. He's out on an appointment. But David, who is my son-in-law, and my beautiful daughter Victoria are going on their 3rd baby. So I will be a grandpa once again. So very, very excited, and I pray God to bless this most definitely. So yeah. Anyway, just wanted to share that because it is exciting.
Wow.
All right. Richie.
I want to piggyback on top of VA. Rich, I went to Rich about 4 weeks ago. A VA buyer in trouble. I needed a rescue loan. The first lender just jerked around with it for 10 days. We had a 21-day close. We were like, oh my God. They're selling their house in Stockton. We got to buy one in Murphy's, and it was. Anyway, so I went to Rich. you recommend, somebody recommended, go see Rich, so I did, and he recommended a lender, we got it done in 14 days, and they moved in and they could knock me out. So thank you.
My ego, boss, I negotiated 4,000 REO property.
I submit. You're better, Rich. I love you, buddy.
I'm just happy. I don't know if some of you know, but I got COVID. My wife and daughter, and so I am back, and I'm happy because that kind of sucks. So.
You look great.
Yeah, I know.
COVID works.
The side effects of being sick, right? You don't want to.
I think Kendall had something good here.
Oh, Kendall?
She's got her mic on.
Kendall, you want to unmute yourself?
She raising her hand? Gotta raise your hand.
Yeah.
That's all right.
No, so she said she had 2 escrows closing this week, one last week, and she leaves for her trip tomorrow. So she's all excited.
Congratulations, Kendall. So, all right, welcome to the family. We have 5 agents who have joined. Oh, yeah, 6. Oh, 6, sorry.
Wow.
Charlene is, Luke, how did you meet Charlene?
Door knocking.
Door knocking.
She came to the open house after, but I met her at the door knocking.
So door knock,
All right.
came to the open house and says,
Oh, good
Yo.
agent.
That's
What?
yeah.
Luke's gonna give Alita a run for money.
Yeah, Luke has like, he got like 3 or 4 referrals in, yeah, so. Raquel is joining us. She went to our school. Joy West is a referral as well. Desmond, David, and Rob Parkinson. Congratulations to everyone who's going. If you see him around, please say hi. Where are
That
they?
number here, I see Joy.
Joy? Desmond? Joy, tell us about yourself.
Hi.
Oh, Demond, sorry.
I'm a 36-year veteran from the military. I served the active duty, Air Force Reserve, Nebraska, National Guard, and the California National Guard I retired from. I also retired from the state of California and just sit at home, so. I'm a grandmother of 5, a great-grandmother.
Oh my God.
Wow. Demond.
Well, my name is Mark. Married 28 years, business partner here. My wife, Tasha Ward. We have 2 children, 15 and an adult daughter is 20. I was a truck driver for nearly 20 years. I'm tired of doing that. Looking into a way to secure my future, real estate. I got fired, so. You can't fire yourself.
Tesla's taking over. Huh? I'm a driver there.
I seen David online.
David?
Oh my God.
David,
David, you there?
yeah.
All right, David. Ah, tell us about yourself, David.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
There it is.
Hello. Hi. Welcome, David, to the family.
That was deep. That was deep.
New listings. Listings are still coming up, so please check your Facebook page. But here they are. Now it's time. Congratulations on your first closing, James.
Nice.
You said you keep your new agent at close deals in this. Good for our buyers. Ahmed, congratulations, Ahmed. Just closed. All right. Michael Taylor 3, Joseph Joelucci 3, Eternity 2, 3. Man. Francine, Bobby, John, Jose, Matt, Dennis, and Christina, all 2. Congratulations. Michael Brown, Nan, Stephanie, Thelma, Ahmed, Alicia, Andre, Claudia, Danielle, Kendall, Deruba, Donald, Heather, Jake, Jacqueline, Lindsay, Mark, Twan, Karen, and Cece, all 1. Congratulations. People still close?
Yeah.
We're still selling.
We're still selling, right? We're still selling.
Still gotta eat. Still gotta eat.
Picture listings. I know we got listings.
I was looking at the new listings real fast because it passed by. And I have a listing at 329 for all you entry-level buyers. And it's in Natomas. It's at Bella Rose. Comparable units have sold at 335 and 340. And we're at 329. And there's a lot new about it: flooring, painting, vanities. It's a real nice 2-bedroom, 2-bath unit. Where's Bella Rose? On Commerce, East Commerce, right by the arena. Oh, yes, thank you. Yeah, no, it has a covered parking and an uncovered parking, pool, all the good stuff. Please, take a look at it. Please, please.
I have a listing I'd like to pitch.
Claudia, okay, Claudia, go ahead.
Thank you. This will be going active tomorrow. The address is 7340 Hamden Place, number 111. It's a condominium in Sacramento. And it is a 3-2 with a 1-car garage right off of the master bedroom, parking, other additional parking, tons of beautiful built-ins, crown molding throughout, ceiling fans, bamboo flooring, 2 covered patio areas. We're hitting the market at $374,950. It is an HOA, I want to say, of 2. Let me just double check, make sure I'm giving you the right number. I think it's 223, but it includes tennis courts, pools, and they are right next to the tennis court. So we'll be going active tomorrow. If you have any buyers, please reach out to me. The seller is asking for a 2-hour window before we view a property. So hope to hear from you very soon.
Congratulations, Claudia.
Thank you.
Chris.
I got one. Nobody else can go now.
Bruce is up.
I am pitching a listing for my old business partner, Amy Coleman, who is now on the Eternity team.
Yeah.
It is a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath in Natomas Field. This house is only 4 years old, built 2018. It's got 2-car garage. It was the model home. It is listed at $499,900, and I pulled comps on it this morning. It's priced right about. However, with the shift, maybe it needs to be a little lower. I don't know. But it's a beautiful home, very easy to show. Point of fact on this one, for those of you who know me, I am a fanatic about doing ABIDs and doing them well. She called me last night in a panic, and she said, I don't know what to do. I'm going through this house, and I can't find anything to put on the ABID.
So that's a good problem. That's a good problem.
So what do you?
Nothing to know.
Make a hole in the wall.
I said, if you can't even find a stain on the floor of the garage, then, legitimately, just write that there's nothing to report.
Yeah.
But you can get away with that on a 4-year-old
Okay,
home.
yeah.
You can't get away with that on a 40-year, which I'll talk about later.
Yeah, I tell people, if there's nothing there you see it, just put nothing to report.
Yeah.
If there's no actual room, like it's 2-bedroom, there's no 3rd bedroom, just put NA, so
Right.
they know there's no 3rd bedroom.
I'm sorry, Bruce, what's the zip code now?
It's 95834.
Or, yeah.
34. Yeah.
Any other things? They have. Oop, going backwards. Justin, Fair Oaks has a new main line, so if you're going to call the line, we had to change the phone number because it was stupid. So.
Good reason.
Very good reason. Yeah, it was stupid. So we have changed it, so that is the new main line, just in case you call the main line up there. But starting in August, new update. You want to help?
Why don't you go through the new policy?
Okay.
And then I will go through a separate spiel about ABID.
Okay. We've been having issues with agents wanting to complete their ABID on their own listing or buy side. And we're not talking about getting it from the other side. We're talking about doing your own prior to close of escrow. Not even like in the 7-day disclosure period, like just getting it before close. And this has been a chronic problem. And we have held checks, and that has not seemed to resolve the issue. So, and the problem is when you don't have an avid complete on a transaction, if there is a lawsuit claim on that, you automatically are deemed negligent, and we have to prove that we're not. So that means we're automatically considered guilty, and we have to prove we're not guilty.
Good luck with that.
Automatically. So we do not like to put our agents or ourselves in that situation, right? So we have changed the policy. And it's still being finalized, but we went to the ALC yesterday, and we had a long discussion about this, and they approved this. We now have a new policy in place, and we will get this out with an addendum that you guys need to sign. But right now, if there is a claim that happens on E&O on one of your files or one of your transactions, there is actually an E&O deductible of $10,000. The office pays $7,500 of it, and the agent would pay $2,500 for our current policy. The policy stance has now changed. It will say that was still in place. If you have a transaction where it's your Avid or TDS or SBQ for your own property does not happen prior to close of escrow, you will get a written and verbal warning from our broker. Now we will approve the file. Though. The second time that happens, the policy says for the rest of that year, we will now not pay our portion of the E&O deductible if a claim happens on any of your files. So that means any claim that happens on your files after that, second time it happens, then you will be responsible for all the $10,000 deductible on E&O claims, because now we have to automatically defend.
All right. Thank you, sir. Now, why are ABIDs so important? Well, first of all, I want to show you an example. This is a real life example. And I didn't make copies for everybody, but I want to share with you. This was a home built in 1953. So you could argue that it's a little old. The other agent on the transaction, she did a pretty comprehensive ABID. You can see stuff filled out here. Now, arguably, some of the stuff she put on here aren't observations or other comments. She could have done a little bit better. But contrast that with our ABID, where every single item says none noted.
On the 1950s house.
Yeah, 1953 built. I looked at the pictures of the home in the MLS, and I could see things that should be noted. So the problem is on the listing side, when you complete a TDS, if you check, you're either going to write your comments about the house on the third page of the TDS. That's where we all used to do it. If you're not going to do it there, you attach an ABID and you check that box. If you don't complete the ABID, and when I say completed, it should be completed before the buyer's inspection period expires. But if you don't complete it, then the ABI or the TDS, A, is incomplete. And B, once the information finally gets to the buyer, they automatically get an additional 5 days right to rescind. Try explaining that to your seller if that happens. So, and then as John kind of alluded to, the requirement to do an ABID or a agent diligent visual inspection is codified in the civil code. And so what that means is because it is a statute, under tort law, if somebody alleges negligence, then there's an expression, violation of statute is negligence per se, which means that if that statute was designed to protect somebody from a certain type of eventuality, and that statute is violated, the violator is automatically considered negligent. The plaintiff does not have to prove that there was a duty or a breach violation. And it's up to the defendant to prove that they were not negligent. And if I have to defend or work with counsel to defend an action that comes under that negligence umbrella, basically I'm chopped off at the knees before I even start. And so it's super, super important prior to the inspection period expiring, get these ABIs.
And I want to know that right of rescission happens. Remember that ABID, especially from the listing side, is considered part of the seller's. You put that after close, even if you do it 5 days prior to close, they can cancel it. up to close legally, you can't do anything, seller can do anything because of your actions. That would be the definition of negligence, right? So. And we're seeing a lot of cancellations because the rates are getting bumped at the end of these things, and late cancellations. And we're doing a lot of disputes where late release contingencies, they don't want to do it, right? So that's coming up, and the last thing you want is your seller stuck because you made a mistake. I started to see the policy change. We had a lot of debate with the ALC about what that should be, but we need to have, a stronger hammer on this because, like, dude.
I mean, it's just literally part of your job.
Yeah.
I don't
Literally,
understand where the
I hate to do it, but it's literally your job. Like, literally, there's
I don't
few things in
understand what the problem
there's few
is.
things in real estate law. Literally, California law says this is what you have to do. There's not that many stuff. I mean, we had more stuff on top of it, but there's only a few things, so this is one. So,
And just presenting all those documents to them, to your seller, I mean, why not fill that?
and honestly, if you're listening, you're at the house multiple times. Like, literally. How many times you go to the house? Like 3, 4, 5 times? Like,
Just to clarify what the ALC voted on was, after the first one's the written, the second one, you're responsible for 2,000, if there's, or 10,000 on the case. And it's not the remainder of the year, it's a 12-month window.
yeah, sorry.
So if it happens from in July, your second one, it's through that next July that you're responsible.
And I will say, as broker, Bruce has a way to exempt you from that penalty if the case is extraordinary or something weird. Got a few times. Couldn't get access to the house for some reason or something like that. Right. All right, everyone clear? Clear as mud? All right, sorry to throw a hammer on you, kind of downer there, but we're trying to stop you from having lawsuits. And I will say, we are seeing an uptick in lawsuits. So we're getting a lot of demand letters and negligence claims, right? So be careful. And trust me, when the seller or the buyer, where the seller particularly doesn't have any money, they're coming after the agent, right? Because they know you have insurance, right? So, all right, Mortgage Minute. Kristen, Kristen Escobar.
Sorry, this was aggressive.
So we got.
Yeah.
FHA mortgage.
Okay, so you guys, this is coming down the pipeline. These are preliminary numbers, but I am very excited about it because as rates rise, you qualify for less and less. Well, they're going to give us a little bit of relief here. Again, preliminary numbers, don't quote me yet, but something to kind of get you excited. So right now for FHA, the monthly mortgage insurance is 0.85%. They will probably be changing it to 0.55. So monthly mortgage insurance is going to go down. Back in the old days, we're going to do a retro redo. And then the upfront mortgage insurance might drop from 1.75 to 1.25%. So you know what? A lower loan amount, a lower monthly mortgage payment, or mortgage insurance is going to really help. The other thing that we're doing right now is for all of our down payment assistance programs. I'm sure you know the listing side, they're a little bit uncertain about it. We are going to start running them through underwriting ahead of time so that all they need is an address and an appraisal. And that way, when you are putting in offers, it's a solid offer. We already know, hey, we got the approval. We're working with a lender who does really good, has a really good relationship with CalHAPA. So plenty of exciting stuff. Finally, the 10% home equity builder thing that is going on, some more details is you don't have to use both incomes. They raised the income limit, it's $81,000 and a little bit more. So that means, higher amount for the purchase price. Also, if they have over a 700 credit score, they can go up to 50% DTI. So a lot of changes are coming to kind of help qualify for a bigger purchase price, help with a little bit of relief, changing times. It's getting fun out there, I'm sure you guys all know. So that's what's coming down the pipeline for you guys.
Fulfill's in-house marketing is now open. So I know a lot of you have been working with her. She's got a lot of consultation. So our team just redid our buyer's consult and our listing packet. It's been awesome. So here's the charges, but of course you can just see her. She's right over there. So come on in and it's great. Shareable social posts every Wednesday. Kayla has, as part of our service to our office, she is releasing a social post graphic for you guys so that you guys can just take that, post it Because we know a lot of you are like, I don't know what to post and I have to make something and yada, yada, yada. So she makes a social post every Wednesday that you can put on. And you should receive that by email. So
It's
if you're,
also on the Facebook group. I posted 2 of them already. The 2 you see up here are ready to go. And then there's hashtags that go along with it in verbiage to paste it in post. So it's super easy. You just download it, copy it.
so literally we're doing the verbiage and the hashtags for you already. You can't make it more simpler than that.
You can't post it for us? That's going on.
We can. There's a fee, but we can post it for you. If you're that late, you don't want to like copy and paste.
You take pesos.
Yeah. I just want to do a testimony for Kayla because, you know, of course I know all about all this fun stuff, you know, and how to do it, but I am so glad that we have her in here now and she has really been helping me out. So those kudos for her.
Thank you.
If you don't know, Stephen T is marketing challenged. So it is like, this is a blessing. First time I got it down, I was like, Stephen T, right? So, thank you. Best objective, handling, beyond objection, sorry, not even, but pivot during the shift. We had a speaker here, and a lot of you requested that she come back and do a full training on how to go beyond scripts and handle people in the shift. She is here after the team meeting
Yay.
today.
Is that being recorded?
Is it being recorded? I believe it is.
With Brandy's permission, it will be.
With Brandy's permission, it will be. We'll see. I don't know.
Oh,
She's
she's
here.
already in
She's
the
here.
house.
Brandy.
Here somewhere.
Brandy, thank you for joining us.
Yay.
Hi, where's my name? I'm sorry, question?
Is it being recorded?
Oh, to my knowledge, it's not being recorded.
We can, with your permission, we're set up to, so.
I mean, if you guys want to record it, we can, and we're gonna be doing some interactive practice work, so you guys actually get to do some talking. I'm not gonna be just the talking head.
All right,
Does that work for you guys?
that works. Thank you, Brandy. So we're going to be here at 12:30, right here, right after this team meeting. We're excited, and lunch will be provided. What? What? I'm hungry. What? Free food.
We're almost
What? So, scripts and strategies. Rich, you want to talk about this?
Yeah, so we noticed in the Career Development Committee that dialing for dollars doesn't mean you're watching us dial for dollars. So we saw limited turnout, and so Andre and I got together, and then also with Bold happening right now, we're learning some other scripts, etc. We figured that it's best that we sharpen the tool to give you that strength to pick up that phone. So the soft open started this Monday at 8:30 to 9. We will officially come on, not next week, but after Bold, it will go Monday through Thursday, 8:30 to 9 o'clock, in person. The reason why we're doing it in person right now, because if we did some sort of hybrid with Zoom and in person, it wouldn't make too much sense. It'd be a little complicated. But we've actually had great turnout. You saw the Facebook post on Monday. We had about 70 people here. My ISA is also in here, and everybody's invited. Everybody can do it. And if you do your lead gen in the morning, that gives you time in the evening to do your appointments, right? So we will be back 8:30 again on Monday through Wednesday for the next couple of weeks, and then after that, we'll do the hard open. We'll be Monday through Thursday, 8:30 to 9.
So the good part is you're going to learn some stuff from Brandy.
And you come practicing. And then we also have Bobby, who's been in the industry a long time, myself, and then we have other leaders involved that are helping with scripts. And whatever you're looking to do, whether it's open house, expired, FISBO, etc., you get to come in, you get to practice, go over what you did well, what you can learn, and just sharpen that tool, build that muscle. Okay, so awesome. We're excited.
Thank you, Rich. So remember, part of the shift strategies, one of the shift strategies, this is a skill-based market. The agents with better skills do more sales and grow market share, right? This is, you can see between Brandy and this, we're trying to help you develop your skills. So please participate. If you underestimate how much your skill matters in growing your business. So thank you. Someone luau? I'm kind of scared, so I'm going to stand over here.
We don't have skates on the desk.
Okay, so who's coming to the family barbecue?
Why are the rest of you not coming? Okay.
Good question.
Please RSVP and please sign up on the potluck sheet. I think we have like 140 RSVPs, but we don't have that much food coming on the sign up sheet. So if you don't sign up on the sign up sheet, at least show up with something to share.
We need sides, so some good sides. It looks like on that sheet.
Yeah.
So also, we would love, obviously we love dressing up. So we would love it if you guys would, wear a Hawaiian shirt. We'll have lace for you guys. If you could, get into the theme of it, we would love it. We're gonna have a snow cone truck there for complimentary snow cones for all of us. Bring your kids, bring your family.
The office is providing burgers and hot dogs. There'll be a bartender making non-alcoholic drinks.
Can't have alcohol at the park.
So bring your own booze and hide it. I believe so. I believe that that's been addressed, that there's going to be vegetarian options.
Okay.
Also, we're going to have some tables. We're going to have seating and tables for about 65-ish. So if you have any extra folding tables you can bring, that would be awesome.
Pop-up tents,
Pop-up tents. It's gonna be
blankets,
hot,
camping
so-
chairs, whatever you want to sit on.
There's a splash pad for the kids, or you, if you want to go jump in the splash pads. What a splash pad is, if you don't know, it's kind of like a water park. There's no slides or anything, but it's like water that sprays up the ground.
And if anybody wants to bring any games or cornhole, whatever, feel free.
But it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a great time to all get to know each other better and have a fun time.
2 to 6, Saturday.
163 RSVPs right now.
Do you guys need help?
What's that?
Do you guys need help with setting up? And if so, what time are you guys starting to set up?
12:30.
12:30, if you
Yes,
want to help set
please
up,
help.
12:30 at the park, so.
Okay.
And thank you to the social committee, they are doing a great job on this, but please make this happen. It's a great way, especially if you're new to this office. We have a lot of new agents in this office. If you want to get to know the other agents, get to know the top agents, this is a great way to do it in an environment, and you can even get super hot, just go put it. All right. The logistics, this is about a loan. So with Chris Escondido, this happened Tuesday, July 19th, 2 to 3:30. Chicago, Casey Clay is teaching her training class on police transport, her app and what it does. I don't know, if you don't have one of the apps, it's beautiful. If you want to do net sheets for your clients, you need an app. Trust me, it's like bing, bang, boom, send, done, right? Yeah, it's beautiful. So if you don't have an app right now, you should probably come to the class because these apps really help you produce net sheets for your sellers at a moment's notice. Right? Where you just do it right on your phone and push it out there. And they come off beautiful with all the fees already. So come see that. That is happening as well. Train the trainer in this room, 26th, 27th, later this month. Train the presenter. If you want to get better at presenting, you want to do homebuyer seminars, or you want to teach classes, or be a coach one day, this is the class you need to attend. It is a 2-day class. Mr. John Lanting. That's
about 500.
But we're honored to have Zach Younger. He is a KW University certified trainer in our office training this.
There are only 4 seats left.
There are 4 seats left, and we have agents up and down Northern California coming to this. So we have 4 seats left, but I'd love to pack it with them. Check your tech.
What?
Made for teams. So if you don't know, there's a lot of revisions that happen to the team side of command to help teams. I'm very happy. July 28th, 12:30 to 1:30, in person only. You can come. We're designing this especially for the teams, so you can see the functionality of it and see where KW has improved on teams with command. So,
It's not just command.
oh, it's not just command.
Not just command.
But it's designed for teams to help them function better within technology. Oh, shift. We're doing another. Who went to the first O shift training? Somebody. O shift. I said O shift.
Yeah.
So we're doing it again Friday, July 29th, because you need to know these things. If you are struggling in this market right now, we're trying to tell you how to shift in this market. Like what you need to, what you're doing before isn't necessarily going to work. So you have to shift. Part of that is being skilled based. But We have another class 1 to 4 p.m. Those of you who did it, we got good reviews. We actually revamped it, made it a little bit better, and we're bringing it back again. We're going to keep teaching this till we beat it into your heads that there's a shift. So yeah, we're going to hammer it down. We're going to hammer it.
And it looks like Monty's providing lunch.
And Monty's providing lunch. Great, one of our great sponsors.
Tacos, maybe.
Tacos.
I'm there.
So I was like, dude, tacos. Showing up.
All day long.
Thank you, Monty, to our sponsor. So, Rivercast, just so you know, save the date, Friday, August 5th. Rivercast is coming up. We have our Rivercast barbecue, tailgate, sorry, tailgate, and then we set it in the grass area. It's a lot of fun every year. And it's a lot of fun. Friday, August 5th, so please save that date. Bring lawn chairs. You can't bring the tall lawn chairs. They have to be the small, the little beach chairs if you want to use the grass area.
We'll be selling tickets shortly.
Wait, what'd you say about the chairs?
They have to be the low-level beach chairs, you know, the ones that are like 4 inches off the ground.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because the grass used to sit too high.
Oh, okay.
Or I just bring a blanket. All right. Next week is the second quarter awards. So some of you who felt like I did good this second quarter, or maybe you didn't, I don't know. The best happened. So, but I'm proud to bring on our speaker, Nick Baldwin. If you know Nick, he was part of Lab Coat Agents. Now he does a lot of technology and real estate together, and he is our guest today to speak. So Nick, are you there? I see a beard.
I'm here.
All right, so let's pull you up here.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Am I loud and clear?
You're loud and clear.
Okay, cool. How's it going, everybody?
Good. Welcome.
Awesome. Well, thank you for having me. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm coming to you from the great state of Michigan today. And for those of you who don't know me, been with KW for about 15 years. I've run several mega teams in multiple states. I was a team leader. I was regional tech trainer for the Michigan region. I'm now regional tech trainer for one of the LA regions, doing that all the way from Michigan, which is awesome. And today I'm gonna show you guys some pretty cool stuff having to do with command. And I know that we're kind of talking about shifts and we're kind of going through a little bit of a shift here. And it's important for everybody to kind of keep certain things in mind. So I'm going to talk about lead generation through Facebook and command. But before I get into that, can you guys help me share my screen? Would that be possible? Whoever has control over that.
Oh, yeah, I got it. 1 second.
No problem.
All right.
All right, perfect. All right, cool. So I'm going to go over a couple really interesting statistics for you guys. And you got to, I highly suggest you start creating a brand for yourself on social media using command. I'm going to dabble into that in a few minutes and kind of show you some strategy around that. But this is some great information from NAR. They release home buyer and seller data every single year. And some of this information is from 2021. And this is going to help you understand who your consumer is. And if you're lead generating through Facebook, how to better target your campaigns using this data and keeping this data in mind. So I just want to go over like a few points because we want to get some listings, right? We want to get some listings and this will help you target sellers. Just so you know, the most commonly cited reason for selling your home, for someone selling their home was just the desire to move closer to friends and family. 90% of home sellers worked with a real estate agent when they sold their home last year, which is a huge number. And recently sold homes, the final sales price was a median of 100%, which is actually up several percentage points from the year before. This is really interesting. And this is something that I didn't realize, that 70% of all sellers actually moved within the same state. So if you're creating Facebook campaigns through command it's going to be really important for you to target people who live in the same state that you're advertising a home in. Sometimes you go, well, where are our buyers and where are the buyers coming from? Or where are the sellers going? Well, they're staying close by in the same exact state, most of them, about 70% of them. 82% of recent sellers contacted only one agent before finding the right agent they worked with to sell their home. This is really important. If you're not leveraging smart plans inside of Command with automated follow-up using texting and emails and having that automation work for you, you're going to be risking the possibility of being the very first agent to reach out to somebody who inquires about a listing that you have advertised on Facebook or Instagram. So getting those smart plans in place and getting your text messages and your emails automated is a huge benefit to you. This is really, really interesting because through Command, when we're creating ads, we can actually target for sale by owners. So only 7% of recent home sales in 2021 were for sale by owners, and FSBOs typically sell for less. So this is a national average, just so you guys know, that FSBO homes sold for a median of about $58,000 less than homes listed by an agent, which is a huge number. So that's something to definitely use in a listing consultation. If someone says, well, we're thinking of maybe listing ourselves, but we're not sure. On a national average, they would potentially sell their house for just around $60,000 less than they would if they sold with an agent. Majority of sellers, FSBO sellers, 57% to be exact, knew the buyer of that home. So their marketing efforts, if they do any of them at all, really don't seem to pay off because they're eventually selling to somebody that they know. This is some interesting stats, and this is good to know when you're creating Facebook campaigns, that 70% of, like I told you before, 70% of sellers stayed within the same state, but homeowners aged 22 to 30, 84% of them stayed within the same state. So that's even bigger. And we know the reason for that. Age 22 to 30, what's happening? They're selling their first home because they're starting a family. They're having more kids. They need a bigger house. So they need to upsize. So they're staying nearby. So if you're creating a Facebook ad and you're advertising homes for sale in a particular area, you can advertise a group of larger homes from a more expensive neighborhood. You can advertise that to a town that typically is a first-time home buyer market and tap into potential home buyers, home sellers there that are thinking of upsizing. And I'm going to show you how to do that in just a few minutes. The number one type of home that was purchased in 2021 was a detached single family home, more than a condo or a townhouse or a row house. So detached single family homes were the most popular at 80%. We can target people who own those, and we can target people who are interested in those. And just so you know, price of a home purchase compared to the price of a home recently sold, people ages 22 to 30 typically spent over $64,000 more on a new home on a national level, and ages 31 to 40 spent about $100,000 more on a second home as when they sold their previous home. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to jump into campaigns real quick here in Command, and I'm going to show you guys some strategy around how you could create a target audience and get in front of people that match those statistics that I showed you. So I'm going to create a campaign. I'm going to go into social ad, and I'm just going to call it testing because it's not a real campaign. And we'll advertise on Facebook and Instagram. And I'm not going to create an entire ad here for you. I'm just going to kind of show you guys how you could get in front of people that match that data. Okay, so we're going to go to Facebook and Instagram settings. All right, so we're going to click there. And what we're going to want to do is when we get to the audience portion, this is going to allow you to target a custom audience. So you guys are in Sacramento, is that accurate?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, so we would want to target, let's just say we're going to target Sacramento. Well, that's Sacramento County. Is that where you are?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to target Sacramento. And so we know that people who, a majority of people stayed within the same location. Oh, there was one thing I didn't show you. Let me just go to, I believe it was this one. Yeah, so check this out. This is important. All sellers nationally, all sellers really only moved 20 miles away from the house that they sold. So if someone's selling their house, they're going to move very close by. All right. Especially if their ages 22 to 35, they're going to stay very close by. They're going to stay even closer, 15 miles or even 11 miles. So that's really important to keep in mind when you're creating your campaigns. So I'm actually only going to do a radius of 20 miles because chances are they're going to typically stay there. Okay. You can obviously go a little bit less or go a little bit more, but the average for that age range is 20 miles. If you wanted to go to 40, which is the average of all sellers. No, actually it was 20, 40 was older people. So 20 miles was the average for all sellers, which is a good place to leave it. Now we're going to build a custom audience. Whoops, 1 second here. I have to, there we go. Okay. We're going to build a custom audience. This is when you choose interests. So Facebook knows who to put your ad in front of. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. Oh, hold on 1 second. Do you need this?
No, we're going.
Oh, okay. 1 second, guys. Sorry, my wife came in. Thanks. Okay. What do you need? That's not an iPhone. That's not for your Nook. I'm not. I'm just telling you it's not for your Nook.
I snapped that.
All right. Hey guys, I'm back. She was just taking the wrong plug. It wasn't the right plug. Her phone. I'm just trying to help. Okay. Here we go. So adding interests. Okay, so check this out. So I'm going to click add interests, and I'm going to use some of the interests that I talked about before. So single family. Let's do this. Single family detached home. For sale by owner. We can use condominium. And then if you want to get in front of more sellers, we can start using interests like home equity. Okay, so home equity loan, home equity line of credit. And so these are some great interests if you want to try to get in front of people who own property. Single family detached home, for sale by owner, condo, home equity loan, home equity line of credit. I would also add mortgage because you may potentially get in front of somebody who is selling and buying, so mortgage loans. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, because if you look at this, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 interests here. It's only going to match you with someone interested in one or the other. So single family detached home or single family or for sale by owner or condo. It's not going to match you with someone who meets all 7 of this criteria. So now what we do is we have to narrow the audience, and this will allow us to match interests together. So I'm going to use Zillow. And I'm going to use realtor.com. So now what I'm doing here is I'm matching one of these 7, so single family detached home, someone interested in that, with Zillow and realtor.com. I'm matching home equity with Zillow and realtor.com. I'm matching for sale by owner with Zillow and realtor.com. So using this type of formula will get you in front of people who own a house more so than using another formula. So if we're trying to get listings through social media, advertising homes for sale in a certain location to homeowners could help you get that double end, right? Could help you get that buyer and also help you get that seller. So advertising homes for sale that are slightly higher than homes for sale in the area that you're advertising in will potentially help you more so than another recipe of interests to get in front of potential people who potentially want to sell and then purchase. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
Cool. Any questions?
Got it. So
Everyone's 100%. I'm only here for a couple more minutes.
I just want to ask Nick, when you attach the Zillow, it must match those. So whether it's for the equity, but the equity condo, for sale by owner, et cetera, as long as it's matched with the Zillow, that's going to put us in front of the people on Facebook alone. Is that what we're working with?
There's Facebook and Instagram. So what's going to do is it's going to put you in front of people who have interests in these things. So someone who might be interested in their home equity, but also are using Zillow and realtor.com to look at property. Someone who is interested in getting a mortgage loan and is looking on Zillow and realtor.com for homes, because Facebook knows what you're doing when you're not on Facebook. Facebook knows.
On the
Facebook knows if you're looking on Zillow and realtor.com. They know if you're planning to move. They know if you want to apply for a mortgage. They know all of these things about you. So that's why your ad will be then put in front of those people.
And on the match there, it's only got to match with one of those, whether it's Zillow or .com. It doesn't match both.
No, it'll match with both of those.
I'm saying.
So the first line with the 7 interests is only one. Then they must also match those 2. Does that make sense?
Okay. That was my question.
Yeah. So include people who match one or the other on top, and also match those 2.
And are you doing this?
That makes sense?
Yeah, I got it. And are you doing this for listings and advertising the listing to
Yeah, you could do it. You could for sure use it as for advertising a listing, 100%. Like there's no wrong way to do it. Like if you wanted to go to your KW website.
Mom needs the key to the cottage.
On my keychain, which is hanging up where the keys are. Okay. All right. So anyway, I am back. So if I'm going to advertise like a group of homes in like, what's a high price point neighborhood where you guys live, or an area or a town?
Granite Bay.
What?
Granite Bay.
Granite Bay.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so here's Granite Bay, and I'm going to use this link. So there's 81 homes here. They're very nicely priced. I'm assuming it's like a second home market or third home market. I'm going to use this link right here. I'm going to copy it. And then when I go to create my campaign, when I go to the Facebook and Instagram settings and I go here to website URL, that's where I'm going to put it. So when I create my ad, they're going to be directed to that link. So that's how you would advertise homes for sale. So when you build out your campaign, they're not going to see this link right here because you're going to use a Facebook lead generation form. You're going to add an image there. So if I was going to grab an image from that I made in designs, like pretend this said Granite Bay. I would make an image that said like homes for sale in Granite Bay. I would put verbiage here, you know, check out these new listings in Granite Bay. We compiled a list of homes for you. Click learn more. Then when they click learn more, it's going to direct them to this link. Okay, that was on your website. It's going to take them right to this page. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I have a video on how to do this, so you guys can watch it over again from start to finish. I'll just reply to the calendar invite, and if your team leader wants to share it with the office, you know, feel free. It'll explain exactly how to create an ad like this.
I will share it.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
Thank you, Nick.
Or is somebody controlling the Zoom? I can just drop the link in the chat.
Yeah, you can put it in the chat.
Put it in the chat too, yeah.
All right, I'll put it in the chat. Give me 1 second here.
Hey, Nick, what is your automatic smart plan when you do these kind of ads? So what do you think?
Yeah, so I have a smart plan in the smart plan library. Hold on 1 second. I can't type and talk at the same time. I'm looking up this video here. Here it is. Okay, so here is the link. Here's the link for the video. So whoever is controlling the Zoom, just grab this link. And so I'll show you the campaign, the smart plan that I'm using that I created. So go into smart plans. Go into the library and then look me up under author. And then you're going to scroll down to the bottom and you're going to use this one here where it says, this one here. This is the one you're going to use.
Revised town
Okay.
property specific.
Yeah, it's got it's 11 touches. Very heavy follow-up over the first 2 weeks. Then it backs off over the following 2 weeks. So it's 11 touches over 28 days. But it's about 10 touches in the first 2 weeks, and then it takes a pause for 2 weeks, and then it sends out an email. It's very strategic in the way it's created, but it's a smart plan that definitely gets replies. So use that one.
So if you run an ad, you can make the smart plan automatically respond when someone clicks on it, puts their information.
What's that?
I said, I was just telling them, you can set it up to where the smart plan automatically kicks in when someone.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and then it is all.
So yeah, under lead settings, you would connect the smart plan to the campaign, and then as soon as the lead comes in, they'll automatically get hit with those text messages and emails.
Are you able to see what the content is that they get hit with?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to adjust?
Yeah. Go when you add it to your smart plans. When you add my smart plan to your smart plans, you can look at it like this: edit it, click the little pencil button, and then you can read all of the text messages and emails. You see
But
everything.
honestly, don't recreate the wheel.
Yeah.
So just use this and then see how it goes. And if you want to tweak it later, tweak it later, but see how the results happen. Now, Nick, when our team does it, we're getting somewhere in the $2 to $3 range on our cost per lead. Is that what you're seeing?
Yeah, so I'll show you. some of my cost per lead results. So this last ad I ran was 385. This was 250, 385, $4, 232. So yeah, it's between like $250 and $4.
So
That's pretty good.
$250 to $4, or you can go pay Zillow
No.
10,000 for leads, or you can get leads for $2 to $4.
But I want you guys to keep in mind. Facebook leads are not Zillow leads in that you're paying accordingly when it comes to Facebook. Okay. You're paying so inexpensively because it is a follow-up game. People on Facebook are typically 9 to 12 months out from making, doing a transaction. Not all the time, but typically. You're paying $500, $800, $1,000 for a Zillow lead because it's a right now lead. So you're paying very accordingly. Okay. So you have to, don't send one text message and then tell me it didn't work. You know what I mean? Because you have to follow up at least 10 times on average before you even get them to reply to you, if they reply at all. But if they don't reply, that means keep going. If they tell you to stop, believe me, you'll know when they want you to stop. They'll tell you, and it'll be pretty unpleasant. But the thing is, it's a long-term game, but it will work if you work at it and you continue with the follow-up and you lead generate, you make those calls and you make those emails and you send those listings.
Yeah, and
So,
I want to on that. When people talk like, how do the mega agents do it? How do they have so many leads coming in, so many transactions coming in? It's not because they're lead generating all those leads that month. It's because they build the pipeline, right? That they're getting people 9 months out, 12 months out, and they're keeping in touch with them. And then because that month they got 2 from that month, but then they got 3 from 3 months ago, and they got 2 from 6 months ago, and that from 12 months ago, and that's why it adds up to a 8 transaction month, right? So you got to understand this is a long-term game and play it.
Yep.
Right? So,
Well, guys, I got to hop off because I have another call that I'm a few minutes late for. I just realized what time it is, but I hope that I taught you something and you got some value, and go get those listings.
thank you. We appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Everyone have a great day. Go sell some homes.